1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Got a big delay. Test, 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 test. Stop. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, the audio sounds good. Got the pictures going. All right. Hi, welcome to Wraps. My name is Randy Miller, and what you've seen right here is going to be a full fridge service mini fridge wrap. And so Uppercut Deluxe hired me to do these right here. So with the what we got done is basically they emailed me and say, hey, what kind of fridges can you do? And I always tell people you can do any kind of refrigerators you want. So what they did is they went on Amazon. They got a RCA 3.2 cubic refrigerator. And then once I got this in the mail, so they just shipped it to me. There's several different kind of ways you can do it. You can ship me the product and then we wrap it. Or if you want the don't care or you want me to take care of everything, basically we buy the fridge and print it out, wrap it, and then ship it out to you. It's all up to you guys. So tell us what you want, and then we'll do it. Not a big deal. So once I gave them the true measurements of the subject right here, and I'll put at the rmwraps.com website, I'll put the template on the page. So if you go to the rmwraps.com, bottom of the page, go to store, go to templates. Later today or tomorrow or next week, I'm going to actually put the RCA 32. If you like this fridge and the size and everything, you can download the template, put the graphics on there, and then send it to me, and then we can kind of go from there. So that's exactly what they did. Once I gave the measurements, it's fine, and then we fine-tune it a little bit with the graphics. On this one, we are going to do something a little different. Normally, we wrap all the way around one piece and then do the door. But on this one, it's going to be a little different. We're going to have in pieces because the only reason why, when they sent me the file, oops, let me get that real quick. They want the snake to be all one unit. So, so I said, okay, let's do this. When I'm installing it, it's going to be pretty challenging if I just do it in one piece all the way around. So let's do it in pieces. And I said, is that okay? You'll have like a little cut line on top where the edges are at. And he said, oh, that's fine. But I just want the snake to line up perfectly from left, right, or left, front, right, and then on top have the snake right here. So, or snake head, I'm sorry. So that's what I did. Also, on all the prints, I always put little markers like right here. I don't know if you can see that. Little marker here and a little marker here. That indicates a corner. Actually, the left side, the corners. So when I install these, it's perfectly lined up. Also, in every order, I'm going to cut the backing with the cutters. And on the door, it has a curve to it, so I'm going to be cutting up and down on the backing and so forth. The backing is going to be on top, and I'm going to show you how to do that once everything is. I'm kind of going down the list. So this is actually on air release vinyl matte sheen. I'm showing this video if you want to install it yourself, you can more than welcome install it. So you send me the graphics, I shoot it to you, and then you install it yourself. That's I'm just basically here for you. So if you want the full service or you want the wraps, whatever, I am here to help you guys out. Okay, so now let's go back to the fridge over here. So we receive the fridge, and if it's a new fridge we haven't done before, we take the measurements and get everything all set up. And then we send you the true measurements of how deep it is, not including the door, but how deep, how high, and then the door width. Just the door width, the height, and how thick the door is. So we get pretty detail oriented with the measurements and everything. So once we get the image, it can be a Photoshop file, AI file, EPS file, or anything like that, a PDF file. And then love to have, if you're sending files, love to have layers or if it's a Illustrator file, just an AI file, because every once in a while I need to fine tune it or add a little thing here and there just to make sure it's to the T. Okay. Once everything is done, this one came off the plastic, so I had to remove the plastic. Also, once we remove the plastic, I use rubbing alcohol and water, lint-free rag, clean it all good, nice and good and everything, around the edges and everything. Also, I always use a Primer 94 and a swab, and I just go around the edges, down below, and then inside right here. And for the door, it's right here, and around the edges right here. So I'm just giving you guys really I'm showing you the detailed stuff that we do here when we do the full service, or any kind of services you want. I'm showing you the quality. Okay, so when you have get a little closer, emblem on your fridge or refrigerator or anything like that, usually it's just glue. So it's glued on, the sticker. So I use a heat gun. And so if you have any kind of emblem on here, use a heat gun or a hot blow dryer or something that will soften up the glue. And it should just pop right off. Normally it does. There you go. Okay, let me get some, go to the next stage right here, get rid of this guy. I'm just going to use, sometimes I use goof off, because I want to get nice and clean. Goof off really gets that, and there's some other chemicals that I'm totally out of right now, so I can't use it, but basically it eats away the glue. But goof off right here, you can see it just kind of, it's good stuff, stinky, but it removes everything. See the glue right there? Again, there's better stuff than this. It's designed just to remove the glue. Actually, this is designed to remove the glue too, but this has a little more hardcore to it. But make sure you get all the glue off. And just for kicks, there, clean it all up. So it's all nice and clean now. For kicks, I would just use rubbing alcohol and waters. Okay. And I already cleaned it right before the video, so I just kind of get everything set up so you're not watching me do all kinds of preparing the boring stuff. Okay, so yeah, this door has kind of a curve to it. Oops, still got a little more. Let's see, where's that? So when we're doing these, I get everything set up. Just make sure everything all nice and clean. Okay, so let me move this back so it's not so close. So again, I got these little dots right here, and I'll show you real quick. Okay, so I got the left side, right side. So there's little dots on here on the door right here. It's right at the edge. So what I'm going to be doing, I just want to test it out before I even remove the backing and all the other stuff. And I'll show you this camera real quick. Hold on. Just want to get everything all set up. Make sure everything looks good. Goes around the door. Yeah. Around the door. Okay, and then the other one, the dots, they'll line up right here perfectly. So, okay. Okay, I just want to make sure everything looks good before I remove it and everything. Okay, looks good, looks good. Let's double check. 4. Half. 4.5, okay, so that's good. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to cut the backing. All right, every order I do, we always cut the backing. So if it's just flat like this, oh, and note the mini fridge has texture to it. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it does have texture right here. That's fine. The ticker will be going on there just fine. Okay, so let's go back over here. One of these days I'm gonna, hopefully pretty soon. He's got several cameras, so I'm not doing this jumping back and forth. So I'm gonna actually use, it's called a bodyguard knife. And I'm going to just cut just the paper. And it's 1 inch. That's all you need, just enough to tack it on. So as you can see, I didn't cut the vinyl, but I just cut the paper. Okay. So sides are going to be up high. That's what I'm going to be doing right now. And the door is going to be up and down, and I'll show you exactly why. If I can get this. Yeah, if you want to leave any comments or questions, comment down below or in the chat box if we're doing a live chat box. I'll try to sneak over there and see if the monitor's way over there, so it's kind of far. I can't see if someone types anything. Okay, I'll show you real quick. So basically, this is the top, of course. So we're going to go up and down. And when you have a curved area like that, it's so much easier installing it. And this applies to every subject that you're cutting, or wrapping, I'm sorry. So the snakes, this is the front of the door, so the snake's going this way. This doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna go from forward to backwards. And then if you order just the wraps, 2-arm wraps, we actually make and design our own squeegees. So you'll get something like this, of course a knife. So I'm trying to help you guys out and not go hunting for squeegees or knives or something like that. Just again, another level of customer service. And then what we do, for instance, this prime example, this job right here, once I get done, I will send him this link to YouTube, but also make a custom video on Bonjoro. And I'll say, hey, this is all done. I'll do a scan. I'll walk around it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll show you after I get done installing this, and I'll show you exactly what the customer is going to get. So keep with me. All right. Okay, so this, what I'm trying to do, it's a little low. There you go. Actually, you know what? We're going to start on this side right here. Sorry about that. And we're going to go from left to right. Normally I just do one piece all the way around, but I wanted to match the snake to snake and then the snake on there. Okay, so let's do a little cleanup real quick. We don't need that. I like to stay organized. When it starts getting a little too cluttery, the organizer, the better you are cleaning the surface and everything. Okay, let's get off that all table. On the table you see right here is actually, I made this, and self-healing mat, and I made it red to match my theme. Okay, so next I'm just going to remove the door because I don't want to fight with it. Let's get this guy over here. And we'll do the, again, we'll do the sides first. I'm showing you this too because people think we just get done right, you know, like 5 minutes of wrapping this and 10 minutes of printing or whatever. But it is a process. When I'm wrapping these things, it takes a little while. And I'm not showing you everything. I'm just showing you something that's it's quick for you. Okay, where are you? Let me make sure you're in the shot. Okay, let's go a little closer so you can actually see it. Oh, better view. There we go. Okay. Okay, so what I'm doing, again, the backing is cut. So, and like every order you get, it's going to be just like that. Air release channel, matte sheen. Most of the time it's matte sheen. So right now that little dot right there, I'm aiming right for that little dot, and I can actually put my thumb over it and kind of feel where that corner's at, and then also feel where that corner's at. And then I call tacking it on. So now I just double check, making sure it goes, actually the dots hit the corners. Perfect. Tacking it on, make sure it's over here, make sure it's under here. So I got like a 1/4 inch right there. So what I'm gonna do, and the dots don't have to be exactly right where it needs to be. Okay, so that's right, a little too close. So that's the reason why I use what I call tacking it on. So the file, next time I do this file, I'll move the dots, looks like a 1/4 inch up to match. Okay, yeah, 1/4 inch. So I just got like a little sliver down below. Normally I have it at least a 1/2 inch going down. Next time I will check the file a little bit closer, but actually that's perfect right there. Okay, so now what we're going to do, grab a squeegee, I'm going to add it on. I'm going to loop it in, I'm going to loop it over, I guess, over the top. I want vinyl on top of vinyl because if you're cutting right here, we're going to put the top right here and cut it like this. And the vinyl does shrink after time, so I don't want it to cut right at this edge. And then during time, it will start, like for instance, if this is a white refrigerator, you'll start seeing like a little white line. So I don't want that. Okay. So, take the squeegee. And, oh, you can't see this, but I'm going to show you actually the squeegees you're going to get. The reason why I made these squeegees so people can actually see the arrows, also the angle. So when you're doing the angle, you can see right here, just follow the arrows all the way down. And then what it does is it forces the air down and out. And then you just get you in the habit of doing it right. And if there's a little air bubble, that's not a big deal. You can actually pop it off or just push your thumb in, and a lot of times it just disappears. Okay. Now I just check everything, make sure everything looks good. No air bubbles, yay. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is Just, oh, it's right here. Take my knife. I'm gonna bring it over just a little bit. Take a thumb. Make sure it's on there. I love using my fingernails because it goes in the grooves and it's slick. Okay. A little bit extra vinyl, that's fine. Alright. Let's make a little pile back here. Now I say the back's always just important as the front because you never know if you're going to actually see the back or the customer. It's in the window or on a table. You can see all the way around. So just important doing the back good as the front. Okay, normally I do both sides, top and right there. So what I'm going to do now, because I'm walking it in, I'm going to actually, it takes a little longer, yes, but I want to do it right, and I want to make it look, and I want it off. That's what. So I'm just going to tack or put the door back on. Let's move this back a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to show you why I sew the cuts. It's up and down now, okay? So what I'm going to do is take the strip off. And there's a little dot right there, so it indicates the edge. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is going to tack it on, just like up here. I'm double checking, so I got a little too far. Use your head like I did. All right. And I'm being a little precise, so I mean, some people, they don't care to be as precise, but I try to put the love in every wrap I do. There we go. Okay, I'm just tacking it up here, the bottom part. So now I'm trying to adjust. Let's do this. And granted, I'm trying to be as precise as possible. Yeah, sometimes I fight with it too. What I'm trying to do over here, I'm trying to align that little dot up to that edge right there. Then right there. Okay. See, the beauty of that little strip right there, I can do like this, exactly what I'm doing. And I'm actually filling. Okay. That looks good. Good. Got it. Oh, thank you for your patience. It's like, even though I'm doing a video, still treating it like a job. There, actually that's a little bit better. Almost. I don't like to be so far off, and I was like a little too far over. Okay. There we go. I think it's a little bit better. I just want the logo to be where it needs to be. Oh, perfect. That's it. Got it. Okay. A lot of times I use matte sheen because I always tell the customers you can do gloss, but the gloss, you don't see as much reflection on a gloss. So you want to see what the image looks like, not the reflection. You can see how durable this is too, the vinyl. You can pump it up and down a lot. Okay. Okay, just one more time. Okay. Got it. Got it. And got it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, follow the arrow. That's what I'm doing. Try to get out of the way so you guys can see it. I'm pushing hard, but not hard. Just enough. Okay. And I will clean all this up. Just the sweat of my hands, if you can't see that on the video. So that's the reason why we're doing it up and down. Okay. And before you cut anything, I mean, I can still pull this up, but you can check everything, making sure everything looks good. And if it's off by a lot or whatever, you can pull it up. It's more challenging to put it back on after you take the backing off, but it is workable. You can do that. Okay, so now around these bottom parts, try to get my thumb as in there as possible. Right where it starts curving, that's when you do the cut and it releases the vinyl, so you can actually go around the corners a lot easier. There you go, like that. And I recommend is, I'll show you real quick after I get this done. And I use my thumb. I mean, it's such a tiny little area, it's just better to use your thumb. Okay, let's go. Let's see if I get that way. Get a little closer on that. And if you learn anything, give me a applaud. What applaud does is actually tips me, basically. It's a tipper. Okay, so right here, if you're scared of scratching this guy right here, the top part, so I recommend going right about here and going up. So you're cutting this way. There you go. Same thing with the bottom. To lift the bottom and go the glue side. Okay. Now I'm just going to take my fingernail. Just gently go all the way in. Let's get the door closed so it's easier for me to do the top and bottom. So anytime I promote or anytime I get any clients, and if they're remotely interested and me promoting them, I'm not charging or anything. I just kind of help out whatever I can help out. So after this, I'm gonna put the links of the business in the description box. And if it helps them out, great. So usually I put like the Facebook link, or actually, first of all, the website, and then any social media links on there. There. And other things. Also, I put the links of the product, like the mini fridges or refrigerators or anything like that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave this. Kind of like the bottom part. No. Let me get consistent. I'm gonna do the bottom part now. So what I did is I put my fingernail right at the edge, and I'm just gonna take my time, cut where that lip is at. There we go. Yeah, that's a little cleaner. Okay, so for on top of this part right here, try to bring this safely. Try to bring this down because I want to get the vinyl as close as possible to the grooves. So I'm trying to release that vinyl. There we go. That's as close as I can get it. Another reason why I got these little sharp little guys, because you can dig in right about there. You can just dig it in. There you go. And just take your time. Get around that. There we go. Yeah, looks good. And if you get any scratches or whatever, a heat gun actually mends it up easy. Okay, now what I'm going to do is the sides next. So we do a lot of custom stuff, arm wraps. So if, like door wraps, mini fridge wraps, and all kinds of cabinetry, all kinds of things. So I'm gonna take the door off again. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave that on. Okay, so now let's do the other side. Get you a little more better view. The reason why I want to leave it on because I want to match this. That's the reason why. There we go. Okay. right there. Okay, so now we just kind of move the tacking on strip area. And this guy is actually right level with the top. So I'm just going to be off maybe 1/4 of an inch. But the beauty part is there's a gap right there. So there we go. Yeah. So the little gap right here, it won't matter because there we go. Okay. So now I know X is a little, actually it's a little too close to the edge. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit so it has some kind of vinyl on top of vinyl. Okay. The top part's actually a little more important than lining this up because we already have a gap here and it won't matter once that thing is on. Okay. Now, there we go. Come on. So I'm just going to get down just enough. Okay, just like that. Oh, if you get creases or air bubbles, see how pulling it up? Yeah, it's not that hard to pull up. So after a little while, it gets stickier and stickier. So after a couple days or so, then it'll get sticky enough that it'll be a little troublesome getting it off. Okay. Now it has like 1/4 inch lip up here, and that's what I want. So when I place the vinyl on top of this, okay, so now sometimes I can get away with not taking the door off. Let's see if I can do that. Oops. Okay. Maybe not. Okay, I did it. Kind of feeling where the grooves are at. There it goes. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, looks good. Okay, good. Okay. Get that over. So again, if the graphic wasn't so critical of matching from here to here to here, I would just do it in one piece. And the video will be a little bit different, but you get the idea. Okay. Now let's do the top part. Looking pretty good. Oh, you know what? I do have to take that off. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now front to back. And Oh no, you know what I did? I cut too short. Okay, so what I have to do, I cut it, I don't know if you can see that. Not a big deal, I'll fix it tomorrow. I meant to cut it. It's supposed to go like up here. I cut too much over here. That's fine, not a big deal. Okay, so let's tackle this guy. Oh, on Monday, I'm sorry. Today is Friday. It's been a day. So I'll take note on that, get that over with and everything. But here, let's do a little walkthrough. I'll show you real quick. Hopefully it doesn't get too bumpy. Okay, so this is, there, that's the side. So everything kind of lines up. Bumpy. Okay, so this is, that's the side. So everything kind of lines up. Nope. It'll work.